Gopijana Girivaradhari. Sing Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopijana Girivaradhari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jai Radha Madhava Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Jamuna Tiravanachari. Jamuna Tiravanachari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jai Radha Madhava Bihari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Everyone sing. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Sankirtan ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. So welcome everyone for today's Gita course, the Discover Yourself program. Of course, kids will have a separate program happening in the hall. Please carry on with Saradhana Mataji and team. Okay? Yeah. And all others. Can you come a little forward? Yeah. I'm a human. Don't get scared. Okay. Shreyas is there? Okay. Shreyas, Prabhu? Yeah. Okay. So we are starting with this session, Discover Yourself, and we are coming across this session. Last week we spoke about, first week we spoke about what is the position of Bhagavad Gita in the entire of the Vedic literature or mythology. Is this right? Yes or not? No? Yes. Talking about mythology? Are we talking about mythology? No, we are not talking about mythology. We are talking about Vedic literature. Okay? Whenever you come across the word called mythology, reject it. This is not mythology. This is Vedic literature, our history, our culture, our science. Okay? And then we understood what is the position of Lord Shri Krishna. That's why we are, what is the importance of Bhagavad Gita, we understand. The Bhagavad Gita spoken by Krishna and the credibility of that person we understood. What is the position of Krishna? Who is Krishna? Is a king? No. Is a historical personality? Like any common historical personality? No. He is God. At least before reading Bhagavad Gita, theoretically, not convincingly, but at least theoretically we have to understand this is spoken by God. Okay? Then everything will be connecting the dots will happen. Otherwise, iska relevance hi nahi pata chal raha hai. Why we are understanding this concept? Why? First understand it is spoken by God. At least assume it and then go for it, then it will work out. Okay? Okay. You are able to see me because this is coming in between. Okay. So then we come across the second concept of Bhagavad Gita. That is, last week we understood, is the needs. How many of you are present last week? How many of you have, who all of you have? This is the first session of you. Oh, good. Nice, we got a good audience today. Wonderful. So last week we spoke about the purpose of life and why this life is running. And any points? Whoever attended last week's session. What are the needs? Yeah, correct? What is the best need? What are different level of needs? Basic need is physical needs. Then comes the psychological, then emotional, and then finally spiritual needs, which is the ultimate and which we have not taken care of, and that's why we are not finding the fulfillment in the life. Okay, now we are going much deeper, not in the study books, but we are going inside little deeper this topic. Okay, before we start, we will do the small prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Please repeat. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuru Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Aschatya Desha Tarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Bhagavad Gita, the divine song of God, is the foundation and the basics of our discussion, and we are dedicating this session today to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who was the real self-realized person who has understood the purpose of life, and he taught this to all of us for the benefit of all humankinds. We are talking about exploring the inner self. Okay, before going ahead, we'll do a thought experiment. Experiment with the thoughts. Okay, you have to just think. Okay, apparatus is mind, and you have to use it. Okay, what we have to do? There is a scenario. In one scenario, all of you are coming regularly to the class, and we are friends. I'm going for a yatra, tirtha yatra, for a month, kind of thing. And I have some Lakshmi, money, 1 lakh, something like that, a huge amount, and a cash. Okay. Swamiji has lots of money sometimes. So I want to keep it, but I cannot keep it in this place. Sometimes thieves come and steal and all these things. So it's not safe. So I will do one thing. Okay, Prabhuji, come. I will take this Lakshmi, keep it with you, money, and after coming yatra, you can give it to me. So you can use it, no problem. So I keep it with you. After a month or so, like that, 1 2 months, I come back and you give that money back to me. Okay? Experiment. Get this. Money came, you used it, money went. Okay? Now, observe your emotions. Okay? This is happening. This is all happen, and observe your emotions. Now, second is scenario. In this scenario, you went to a mall. In the mall, there was a lucky draw. And the lucky draw, you won 1 lakh rupee in cash. And you came home with the 1 lakh rupees cash in your pockets. And so happy, wow. And you kept it at home. Everybody is happy, joyous. And one night, one thief comes, burglary happens, and that particular 1 lakh rupees is stolen. Okay, 1 lakh rupee came, 1 lakh rupee gone. So now please raise your hand and express what were your emotions in the first scenario and what were your emotions in the second scenario. Can somebody volunteer? Tell me. First scenario. Okay. You got pain. Second scenario, when Lakshmi went, you feel pain. Second scenario. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Good. Very nice. So, how many of you will feel pain when the second scenario, when Lakshmi goes off? Will feel pain sincerely? Yes. Very nice. Yeah. Whenever you feel bad, now even it is lucky draw thing, but why? Why it is feeling pain that time? Second scenario. Why you are feeling pain when your Lakshmi goes off? Can you tell? Yeah. Anyone? Yeah. It became yours. You know? Now, anybody wants to explain why you feel pain in the second scenario, why you didn't feel pain in the first scenario? What would you say here? Yeah?
Because there was sense of inheritance in second scenario.
Yeah. It is mine. Here's something? Proprietorship. Yes, it's mine. You know? So, last week we also explained same thing. Remember? So, things are temporary. Things are temporary. They come and go. When we attach ourselves to these temporary things, we feel pain. All the temporary things will give you pain. And when we are getting attached to something, we have to understand, is it permanent or is it temporary? Temporary things will, because we are Shashvat, we are eternal. Like we understand that again. So money got our, so we are having a program and something is happening and suddenly smashing a sound comes. Arey, car is broken. We see white color car is broken. Arey, my color white color and my car is broken. And suddenly you go and see, arey, it's not my car. Okay, theek hai. So car is broken, but it's not your car. Initially you are feeling pain, but at later on, arey, it's not my car. Relief. Somebody's gone. Arey, bura hua. It's very bad. Now you feel. So, but not so deep, but yes, we feel. So yeah, when your pain, when your attachment is there to the temporary thing, like a car, the house, or maybe anything, it is temporary. It gives a pain. It results into the pain. You know, same thing happens with Arjun. Arjun was fighting the war, and there, the big battle was going on, and suddenly Arjun said, "No, I don't want to fight the war. Why? How can I punish my own family members? How can I kill them? How can I do that?" That was the first question. This was by attachment. And he was feeling pain. He was actually, if you read first chapter, Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna was such a kind of a brave warrior. He was literally crying in tears. He was broken in tears. Arjuna was a situation that he was not ready to fight at all. His whole body became weak. And then, the first instruction of Krishna in Bhagavad Gita starts with how to deal with these attachments. How to get out of this sorrow and distressful situation that we encounter every day almost in our life. Dukh hota hai. How to deal with those. And the principles are understanding what is temporary. And second principle is acting on the level of, on the platform of permanent. शाश्वतता के स्तर पर आना है. Hindi says like this. So acting is the platform of permanent. The question is attachment wrong? No? Definitely no. If you are, it's not wrong, right? If you are working and you are not attached to your job, and boss will say, "Arey, just task khatam karna hai." No, sir, I'm detached. Boss will what will say? "Arey, chalo bhai, tum tumhari jagah Himalaya mein. You are posted in Himalaya, not here." Without attachment, we will not do the job. Or without attachment, the family affection will not be there. Without attachment, अरे मम्मी बोलती है, अरे पिताजी को, अरे देखो इसको बुखार है. Oh, I'm detached. Wife क्या करेगी देखना. है ना? So you have to be practical. Attachments are good. Attachments are motivating. But you have to find out the attachments, what kind of attachments are perfect one. Attachment to temporary things will cause suffering. Okay? So in the first, in the first lesson, understanding permanent and non-permanent, and second lesson is acting at the level of permanent. Hmm? So we can stay always into the state of bliss. So understanding this, we start our today's topic. Keep these things in mind. This is a prelude for the today's topic. Yeah? Okay. So exploring the inner self. Hmm? We are the people of common sense and the logic. Okay. Okay. So we'll do a small experiment again. One more experiment. This is also thought experiment. Sometimes you have done this with your kid also, and you have a kid of 2 years old and all these things. Okay. In this experiment, what we'll do, of course, don't feel shy because nobody is watching, nobody is laughing at you. Raise your hand, okay, and I will tell something. You have to act on that. Okay. Simple. It initially it will look little childish, but it will go on becoming little more complex. Okay. Raise your hand, everyone, and it's funny also. Okay. Show me your nose. Okay. Simple. Good. Show me your eyes. Show me your. अरे अब नहीं दिखा रही है. Where are your eyes? Show me your eyes. Like you do like this. Okay. Show me your ear. Show me your hairs. Show me your left hand. Okay. Now point it like this. Okay. Show me your shoulder. Show me your leg. Okay. And show me your mind. Mind. Inside, huh? Okay. Show me yourself. Huh? Okay. Show me your. You're putting it. Show me your chest. This is chest. Okay. Then where is you? This is my chest. Where is you? Show me yourself. कहाँ गया? Where is this? This is complex, right? So it's very easy, you understand. See, we are in reality. You say, okay, let me see myself in the mirror. How many of you seen yourself in the mirror? You have seen yourself in the mirror? What you have seen? You have seen your eyes, you have seen your nose, you have seen your face, you have seen your hairs, you have seen your body, but have you seen yourself? How many of you have seen yourself in the mirror? Again the question is, huh? So we are understanding what we see is not actually what we are. We are just simply seeing the outer covering. You know? Common sense, generally we talk about somebody, sometimes we go to a funeral and somebody dies. What we say generally? Passed away. English, passed away. And in Kannada? Where is this song coming from? Tirkondidaare. Okay, Tirkondidaare. In Telugu? चलिपोया. Okay. And in हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? हाँ? चल बसे. मतलब चले गए. Really चले गए. Really went off. We are saying this person is lying there. Who is gone then? Body is there. Look, everything is there. Fresh ekdam. And who is gone then? No, Mr. Michael is gone. Mr. Michael's body is there. Michael is still sleeping there. You can say, Michael is sleeping here. Where is gone? He's still there. You can say, where is gone? Who is gone? Soul left it. We are understanding that something which is inside that particular body is the one who is my friend Michael. My friend Michael is not something I am seeing outside. The one who is dealing with me is one who is inside him. Maybe he's a black, he's a white, he's a height, he's taller, he's weak, he's healthy. He's a fair, he's dark, whatever it is. But he's the person inside that particular covering. You know? So this is, and one more thing is, the body, whatever it is, we we cannot make it active again, even though everything is perfect. We have seen this, situation of a brain dead. Heard about brain dead? What happens? The body is so healthy, so fresh, blood circulation is happening, everything is good, but person is dead. Can you revive that person? Can the person come in life again? Okay, we have a car, something fails, what we do? We replace it. Okay, we replace so many things in the body, like heart transplantation, liver transplantation, this transplant, that transplant. Can we make everything assemble together and make person alive again? Okay, when somebody is dead, okay, replace that part, let's start again, no? Will start again? No. Something, whatever body parts, whatever things are there, they don't constitute life, they don't constitute the personality. Many people think, who we are, who am I? In this question, this is, I am the experience, I am the mind, I am the brain, I am the all this software and hardware. Artificial intelligence, they talk about something like that. But even though artificial intelligence and all these things, they cannot make things alive like humans. So, in this way, Bhagavad Gita speaks very practically and scientifically. Practical and scientifically understood. Practical and scientific means which is can be experimented again and again, and which can be seen with the results. What Bhagavad Gita speaks? It is shloka from Bhagavad Gita. Will recite? Dehinosmin yatha dehe Kaumaram yovanam jara Tatha dehantara praptir Dhirastatra namoyate. One volunteer, somebody who can read this. Anyone? Yeah, please.
Yes, the embodied soul constantly passes this body from boyhood to youth to old age. The soul similarly passes into another body, death. The soul is not divided by certain things.
So, it is constant change in this body. Dehinosnatha de. In this body, Kaumaram Yauvanam, from boyhood to youth to old age. It is changing, constant change. And then, after death also, it changes. Simply like body is changing. So this change is seen, is not bewildered. Okay, we understand this concept of Bhagavad Gita little more practically. Again, another experiment. Okay. How many of you, okay, do you know everybody in this picture? Everybody. You know everyone, each and every person? Okay, let us have the test. Who is the first person there? Mother Teresa. Okay, got it? She is Mother Teresa. Second person? A.R. Rahman. Okay. And then Albert Einstein. Third one is Mr. Mandela. This guy is Roger Federer. And his one? Steve Jobs. Okay. Last line, first person? Barack Obama. And okay, not many people know. She is Oprah Winfrey. She is a singer. And so many things there. Runs TV shows, anchor. Yeah, nice. And the last one is Queen Elizabeth. Okay, great. You have identified everyone successful. The first level is pass. Okay, now I will increase the difficulty level. Okay, ready for the challenge? Okay, I will show you another set of photos. Okay, you have to identify this personality. Okay, I will make it a little simple. The next set of photos that we are getting, Those photos are of the same people among all these 9, but you have to identify who is who. Okay? Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, who is he? Anybody can guess? Yeah, yeah, among the same people, they are there. Huh? Albert Einstein. Okay, I'll make it a little simpler. All these three are the same personality. All these three are the same person. Okay? Barack Obama? Okay, let us see. Okay, second challenge. Queen Elizabeth? Okay. Okay.
Roger Federer.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Okay, the same personality is coming up again. Now the answers. Yes. So Einstein, how many were right? Nobody. You just guessed it right. Okay, great. And then, of course, almost everyone was right. This is Roger Federer. Okay. Now the second setup. And the last one is Barack Obama. Okay, let us see. Yes, this is Nelson Mandela. This is Mother Teresa. How many of you are right for second one? Okay. And this one is Barack. Okay. Okay, fine. This is very interesting one, right? What we learn from this exercise? This is not for you. You come here. You volunteer. Chalo, ठीक है. Yeah. You tell Mataji. Say something. Body keeps changing. It takes different forms. Okay. The personality is the same, but it keeps on changing. What is changing? Body is changing. The face cut is sometimes face cut is same, but this keeps on changing gradually. It is you can imagine see the old photograph album of your own. In childhood I was looking something different, later I was something different, later on something different, it keeps on changing. So is it the same person in the first photo and same person in the last photo? Same, but they look so different, right? पहले में इसमें छोटे छोटे हाथ हैं, small hands, small lips, small ears, eyes. Then it becomes big. This person is the same, but looks are so different. We are not changing. We are the same person, but there is something change happening in the body, and it's very gradual, and we don't know it. It has happened like that. Okay, we had a iPhone 6. iPhone 7, iPhone 8, every year it keeps on coming, go to the iPhone. What is that? What is called it? Shop? Huh? That iPhone shop you go and upgrade my iPhone and get another one. This happened, okay, beta, today is your birthday, I'm going to upgrade you today. Your mother takes you to the shop and 1 year older boy comes home. Yeah, I'm upgraded, iPhone 7, iPhone 8, iPhone 15 now. Is it happened like that? No, we are the same. Every birthday I am the same person. Every birthday I am changing with the same person. But body is changing. Person is the same. Hardware is the same, but hardware is different, but SIM card is same. See, scientists are experimenting with the body and they have understood body keeps changing. Every cell in the body, they grow, they die, they replaced with the new cells. In this way, after every 7 years, our whole body is replaced with all new set of cells. That means after every 7 years, you have a new fresh body. You are completely new. The nothing was there left out, which were 7 years back. It's all new. Hmm? That body keeps changing. Hmm? That's why Bhagavad Gita mentions here, Dehinosmin yatha dehe, kaumaram yovanam jara. We are changing the body. We are changing body from boyhood, youthhood, old age, everywhere. Hmm? And then, tatha dehantara praptir. And the same way we are changing body at the time of death also. And after that also we are taking another body. And this change, when somebody sees, he is not bewildered. Hmm? So this we are understanding one concept. There is a difference between the body and the person who is dwelling in the body, who is staying in the body, who is operating it. You have a car, right? But and you are driving the car in Kagdaspura roads. Suddenly auto wala comes in front of you. What we say? Hey auto, side ho jao. We say like this. Haven't we said, hey auto, hey bicycle, hey cycle, hey car, baju ho jao? We say like this. Is it we are talking to the car? Is it we are talking to the bicycle? Is it talking to the auto wala? Auto? We are talking to the auto wala, but we say auto. So we consider auto to be the person and say, hut. So in this way, we are understanding this person who is inside the auto is the auto. But actually the person auto wala and the auto, they are different. Isn't it? The same way the person in the body and the body, they are different. You and your body, they are different. We have seen this experiment, we have shown our eyes, nose, everything. But we are different. So Dehi is the one who is inside the body, the person who is inside the car, who is driving the car is the Dehi, and the car is a Deha, means the body. We are trying to understand what is this now. Who is the one who is driving this body? Machine, this big machine of the body is driven by something which is called as a soul. Okay, we are not explained what is soul actually till now. But yeah, we explain and we will just assume it now. Then it comes, the covering of it is the subtle body, Sukshma Deha, Sukshma Sharir, which is constitutes of mind, intelligence and ego. And then comes the gross body, Sthula Sharira, which is constituted by Bhumi, Agni, Vayu, Jal, Prithvi, Akash. All these are the constitute of this. They are the gross things that we can see. Sukshma Sharir is not, we cannot see. And soul is more Sukshma and more subtler than that, which is the actual driving force of it. That is explained in Bhagavad Gita as Bhumirapo. Okay, we'll sing this shloka. Bhumirapo nalo vayu kham mano buddhirevacha ahankara iti yamme bhinna prakrutir ashtadha. Some volunteer who can read this? Yeah.
Water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and thoughts in it. Altogether, these eight constitute five separated material energies.
So these material energies, these are all matter. They are divided into two sections now. You see underlining. The earth, water, fire, air and ether. It constitutes one gross set of elements which constitute our gross body, which is seen. Mind, intelligence and ego, like it is our inner inshirt. We have a shirt, we have an inshirt, and inside that we are there. So like that, earth, water, fire, ether will make our this body. The Sukshma Sharira is constituted with mind, intelligence and ego. And inside that we have two coverings. So like shirt and this concept. So we have mind, intelligence, ego. Mind is something which is fixed, which speaks about what we are feeling. It deals with the emotions. Intelligence which speaks and deals with what are the rational points of what should be done, what should not. Intelligence talks about the logics. Mind deals with emotions, and false ego gives us the identity or the idea of the self. These are the different levels of it. Hmm? And apart from that, these two coverings, gross covering and subtle covering, we have another covering, another thing which is called as the soul, and it is introduced in this particular shloka. Hmm? Aparayam itastva anyam. Aparayam, apart from these two, there is another thing. Okay, we'll read this shloka. Aparayam itastvanyam prakritim vidhi me param jiva bhutam mahabaho yayedam dharyate jagat. Another volunteer. Yeah.
Said this overlapping there is another superior energy of mind, which comprises living entities who are exploiting the resources of this limited infinite nature.
Material inferior nature. There is superiority, inferiority. The one who is controller, we have matter. The matter is being controlled by the living being. You have a car. Car is not controlling you, but you are the controlling the car. Bulldozer is very, very powerful. Like bulldozer, whose power is more, your power or bulldozer power? But who is controlling bulldozer? So in the same way, soul looks like very, very sukshma, subtler, but he is controlling the whole gross material nature. That's why it is said the aparaya mitrasanya, the another superior energy of mind, who is living entity, is controlling and he is enjoying the material nature. Dharyate jagat. We are understanding this concept again in this way. This concept is of chariot. Simply we can, these are 5 horses. It comes into the Purana actually. 5 horses which are kind of our senses. Okay. And then this is a chariot, and of course this is a driver. Where are you into this? Can you see yourself? Of course, if you see this our picture, the body, the senses, are you seeing yourself somewhere? Yeah. Here. What is the expression here? Huh?
Like, I'm not controlling you.
Yeah. Yeah. So, this is, the body is like a chariot. The car, we can consider, unless we consider with the car. Car's body. Like cars is our body. And the steering wheel, or maybe wheels are like, senses. And the thread, for ourselves, the steering wheel we can talk about, is the mind. This is mind. And finally, this person who is holding the steering wheel in the hand, our driver, is intelligence. And who is the person sitting behind the passenger seat? The owner of the car is the soul. Who is the controller? Owner of the car. Isn't it? Owner of the car should be dictating, okay, go left, go right, go that place. But what's happening here? Horses are not in the control and he is in this scary situation. Have you, anybody has used a bullock cart? है ना, बुलक कार्ड में चढ़े हो ना? हाँ, कौन पावरफुल है? बुल पावरफुल है कि आप पावरफुल है? Who is powerful, bull or you? Bull, but you are controlling, है ना? But you have to hold these bulls very tightly, right? If you don't hold those bulls tightly, what will happen? They will run off here and there, and sometimes they will topple the whole bullock cart, isn't it? पूरा पलट जाएगा. So we have to hold it tightly. When these bulls, these horses are not in a control, the senses are not in a control, and the mind is not able to control them and intelligence not able to control them, the situation becomes scary like this. The control doesn't stay with the owner. Then we have to see, we have to understand this hierarchy and then take the control of our body and then take the control of our whole life. This is the science. Dehinos mean, yep. We'll finish this. Okay. Okay. Dehinosmi yatha dehe tatha dehantara prapti. Of course, one chariot after another chariot, one body after another body. It keeps on changing. And looking at this, we don't get bewildered. So, another analogy from Bhagavad Gita comes is like, when our old shirt goes off, what we'll do? Our shirt becomes bad. We just change it, right? Like that, soul also changes the body. Like we change from the small car to another car, another car to another car. High version, low version depends on our financial situation. And seeing this change of the car, we don't get bewildered. Seeing the change of this body also, we should not get bewildered. Okay, so then we understood different levels of the body. Okay, gross body and subtle body and soul. We understood different levels of needs also, isn't it? And what are the basic needs? Physical needs. They are dealing with what? Which body? The basic needs are what? Roti, kapda, makan, the food, shelter and clothing. All these kinds of basic needs. They are associated with what? The gross body. And then comes to the higher level of needs, which are psychological needs. They are dealing with subtle body, and among that also mostly mind. And then comes to the emotional needs. They are also deal with the mind and intelligence and ego. And then finally, even though all these needs are satisfied, we are not happy, we are not fulfilling, we don't have that the feeling of completeness. Why? The ultimate need, which is called as a spiritual need, that's what we call is need of the spirit. Soul is spirit, right? And spiritual deals with spirit. Spiritual deals with soul. So when soul's needs are satisfied, then we feel satisfaction. Gross body changes, goes to another body. This is some animation. Takes another body. So when we just gets elevated, or maybe when we rise ourselves at a level from the body level to the soul level, our needs, our spiritual needs are satisfied. We have to look at the spiritual needs. Okay. So you may say that, Prabhuji, what you are talking about, it's sukshma and all these things. I have seen it. Tell something practical and scientific. So let us come to the before going much deeper into that, we just come to the scientific aspect of this thing. How many of you believe in reincarnation? Body changing? Yeah? Reincarnation? Rebirth, rebirth. Karna means body. Reincarnation, they take another body. Like that. Punarjanma, Punarjanma. So there are some scientific experiments on that. There are so many scientists, they have done some experiments on this. They keep on. This is another field in the scientific world which is untapped, and there's lots of research. People are, and the scientist community is much fascinated with this sukshma world actually. There is a scientist called Ian Stevenson. Of course, he is a very old person. He died in 2007 almost like that. But he has done a phenomenal work into this reincarnation theories. Not just incarnation theories. Of course, people, they are able to detect and identify the reincarnation, but they have not found it how it happens. But it happens. Reincarnation happens. They have been verified. He has verified and proved almost 3,000 plus cases of actual reincarnation. There are so many reincarnation cases and claims which comes which were false. He encountered those and he used to expose them also. But there were some genuine reincarnation cases that he found, and he put them into his thesis, and he brought those thesis in front of the people. Okay, if you want to, this is Ian Stevenson, and he was very famous one. And yeah, if you want to see, the Satwant Pasricha is one of his student who works into Nimans in Bangalore. You can meet them also for some more information. But yes, one reincarnation case study we'll take about from Ian Stevenson's books is of Deep Kapadia. Deep Kapadia is a person he is still existing. He's in Mumbai. He's a Mumbai guy. Almost 1984, his story came into public, and it became big sensation. He was a small boy of 5 years old. 5 years old boy, and suddenly born in Mumbai, nice Hindi family, and suddenly started speaking Marwadi language. Nobody around him spoke Marwadi. Never parents spoke about Marwadi and nothing. But he started speaking Marwadi language. And parents are surprised. अरे कौन सी भाषा बोल रहा है? And the people went to doctors and he's gone mad or what, and they thought no, it's not like that. They understood it is a case of reincarnation kind of thing. They referred to the Ian Stevenson. He came and he studied and he verified this person, this boy. And he used to tell ki I'm not here, I'm not your son, I am something called Pannalal Agarwal. He used to call himself Pannalal Agarwal. And he's from some city and all these things he used to tell. And they took the all information. And he used to tell, I'm from Udaipur, not from here, my family is there, my job is there. You know? And he used to tell all these stories. These people, they tried to verify him. Of course, they sent people there and they understood that this all information that this boy is telling, he who never went out of Mumbai at all, everything is correct. Suddenly, they took him in the train and started traveling. कहीं जा रहे, they didn't tell him anything कि कहाँ जा रहे, where they are going and all, secret. And suddenly before Udaipur, he said, no, next station is Udaipur. Immediately he said, and just we have to get down here. And he got down. And they took an auto and started traveling. And while traveling, there are so many people came across. He started waving at them. Arey, bhai kaisa hai? How are you? How are you? And all these people are wondering how this boy is talking about like a friend with us and say hi, hello, how are you, and all these things. And people were surprised and they said, take a left, take a right, and I was showing the way. Of course, these people have already done research. They knew where he is going and all these things. But this boy, without telling, started giving the directions, go this way, that way, and okay, this is my house. And they knocked the house. And the house, one elderly boy, 30 years old boy, he opened the door. And this small kid hugged him, oh beta, how are you? This boy is surprised. How this small kid is calling me a beta? Chota bacha is calling me beta. And of course, he started telling all the story, how his wife, how his children and everything. And he started talking so many things. And the boy was surprised, that man who was 30 years old. And he said, something ghapla is there. This boy, they want my father's property. That's why they're doing all these things. He started verifying it. If you are my father, tell me this, tell me that. And he started telling so many secret things. He told, my father had a gun. Nobody knew. Nobody knew they said that father had a gun. And he said, okay, tell me what kind of weapon my father had. He told, this was the gun you had. He told the make and everything. And then where it is. And he told us, go to the home. And a particular photo frame is there, remove the frame, and there was a chest is there, in the chest that gun is there. They saw there's a secret compartment in the home, nobody knew that, and there that gun was kept. They're surprised. And more than surprised, they took him to his workplace. He used to work into one, Pannalal Agarwal used to work in one museum. He was a curator of the museum. Museum is so many artifacts will be kept. He started telling all the different artifacts. Sorry, this is that. Small kid. And I suddenly imagine Mandan started telling all these things. So surprising thing. So they started telling all these things. And in this old museum, there was one kerosene fan. You have seen kerosene, it's an electric fan, table fan. This is a kerosene fan. You would have seen the Gandhiji's ashram, there used to be one kerosene fan there. They put kerosene and the engine will start and kerosene fan will start running. Nobody know how to operate it. People bought kerosene. This small boy started the fan. And then of course he started telling so many secrets. how there was a corruption into this particular museum and how all these things. Of course, these things didn't come in the news. Of course, they did kept it secret. Hmm? And he told these people, some people, they were there who were his enemies. They killed him because of some rivalry and all these things. Hmm. So in this way, this boy's the story of reincarnation was verified and approved by all these scientists, and it was a real one. And of course, after some time, this boy forgot those memories. Now he's teaching Vedic mathematics. He's a nice grown person now. Of course, he doesn't remember all these stories, but yes, to the newspaper and all this he understands. There's so many cases, not just one. So many cases which are verified and approved by the scientists. Yes, these are the genuine cases of reincarnation. Many in India. There are so many cases happened in the USA also. There is a case of one British pilot who incarnated again as a US boy, and how he used to tell all this. When a small boy used to tell all this spare parts of the that aircraft, and you tell all his friends who used to be in his crew, his team, and he met, he was his before life, he had a sister, he met that lady also. And now all this were verified. There's a documentary on that again by the Fox News and all. So there are so many books that are written on this particular concept of reincarnation, and yes, it is scientific. There is reincarnation. Of course, in our own life also we can understand there are so many symptoms. Of course, we don't know what we were before. Practically, we don't have the memories of past lives. But there are some symptoms with which we can really understand that yes, there was a previous life for all of us. We have some phobias, some fear of unknown. Suddenly, we don't know how this fear has come. One lady was there in our knowns. She was very intelligent lady, but proper, a very highly educated lady. But she was scared of closed areas. As soon as suddenly she goes into lift, she will get scared. She always preferred to go by a staircase. Even now, building is 10 floor high. She will go like that. Never went to the flights and all. Phobias, how it came? From childhood she's like that. Sometimes some kids, they have some experiences, some traits which parents have never taught to them. Parents, they will be knowing, अरे मैंने बच्चे को पढ़ाया नहीं, सिखाया नहीं. Suddenly how he came to know all these habits he has grown. Kids are also carrying the sanskaras from one birth to another birth. The emotions like a jealousy, some emotions like attachment, some emotions like a compassion. Parents have not taught them, but they just carry it. If you are dealing with the kids, you will understand all this. So these concepts are carried from birth after birth after birth. Body is destroyed, brain is destroyed, but the emotions and all the sanskaras, the concepts, all these memories are carried with the subtle body, which constitutes of mind, intelligence, and ego. These things carries on. Data is lost, but the hardware is lost, but data is retained. So in this way, we can see the symptoms of those. Another idea, another concept which you understand with the difference between the body and the soul is near-death experiments. This is one of the most mysterious phenomena the medical people have experienced. Any doctor here? Any cardiac doctor, heart doctor? Many heart doctors have verified and they have given their testimonies for this phenomena, near-death experiment. They have different names for this actually. So in this scenario, what happens? The patient, they have seen patient when they are having the when their heart is stopped and they are almost dead kind of situation, they start feeling that they are out of the body and watching themselves from some higher distance, some higher level. They are watching it. So that kind of experiences, many of the cardiac doctors, they have seen this, they have spoken this from, they have heard this from their patients. So there are, this is Michael Sobam. He is the one who has done this research on these particular cases. One such case, there's a documentary on that we'll see here.
Germany,
Oh.
Christina's doctors are also losing their battle. Her heart will not restart. She has just minutes before her brain
What do
too
you hear?
shuts down.
Es war Defibrillationsschock.
We were trying to jumpstart her heart with a defibrillator.
Raghu bro.
Gleichzeitig
We gave her several drugs.
mehrere Medikamente. Der Patientin hatte zu viel
The
Blut.
patient had lost too much blood. Her organs weren't getting it.
Und ich am wenigsten.
We really didn't think we could save her. Because Christina's heart has stopped pumping, many would consider her dead. Yet something seems to be happening with her mind.
Das nächste, was ich wieder weiß, ist, ja, dass ich wohl unter der
Next
Decke.
thing I know, I was hovering underneath the ceiling of the room. I could see down on myself laying on the operating table. And I saw the surgeons and heard them talking to each other. The scenario was pretty hectic. I realized that this was about life or death.
To help understand near-death experiences, some researchers focus on the content of these episodes.
A common element that occurs early in near-death experiences is what's called an out-of-body experience. At that time, the person seems to be able to see and hear things going on, but up from the vantage point above their body.
So this lady, Christian Stein, was undergoing some heart surgery. Suddenly, she started feeling something kind of. She's watching all these things from some distance. She saw all the. Hospital. She went to the terrace, which was not open for a long time, and she heard and she remembered all the discussions these doctors were doing it. So it was so clear in her mind. It was like she was watching her own surgery from some higher distance. So this is not just one case, there are multiple cases like this. So which even scientific world has approved it. Of course, they don't understand the activity or the how it happens, but they have understood, recognized this fact that there is something beyond body. We are not just the body, we are beyond it. Dhiras tatra na muyati. By seeing this change in the body, dhiras, the intelligent person, they are not bewildered. So when somebody understands this philosophy of Bhagavad Gita, that we are not body, we are the soul, they become sober, they become equiposed. When there is a challenge happening in the life, some near one dies or something, they are not bewildered, they are not disturbed because of that. Person becomes more grave and more steady in the mind. One important thing is, we are not human beings with spiritual experience, but we are the spiritual beings with human experience. Being a human body, being whatever we are seeing in this, whatever experiences we are going through, this is just our temporary phenomena that we are going through. But our existence is eternal, from one body to another body to another body. This brings a stability in people's, the person who has understood it, who has realized this. Sometimes people have the inferiority complex. I'm a black, I'm ugly, I don't have a good body. This is just a temporary phenomenon. This gives much strength for us within. Okay, this is a temporary body that I have got. Sometimes I will get a better body, next birth. Previous birth I would have got better body, some other body. So this is a concept we are talking about. This is a change. This body is not a temporary thing. It's not a permanent thing. It's a temporary thing. Just for a time being, I'm like this. This removes us from so many different complexities. We have complexity. We are of that. Arey, I'm an Indian. I'm a Pakistani. I'm a Kannadiga. I'm a Tamilian, and start fighting with each other. And we have the strike after strike after strike. Last week we saw. I'm a Tamilian. I'm a Kannadiga. So these things will not happen when you understand that I am not just simply this body. I am the soul, and this is what the situation I am going through is just a temporary phenomenon. And when we somebody don't get entangled with this practical temporary phenomena, he will not suffer like suffer with these things. And the practical tip. So, spirit soul, we have this which is having spiritual realizations. It deals with the spiritual experiences. Subtle body, which works with the material experiences but little bit more subtler, emotionals and the psychological. And the gross body talks about our realization or experiences which are on the gross level. So understanding is why we feel the hollowness and why we feel emptiness in the life is just because we are not seen through this spiritual needs of the life. There is a story. We there's a lady who went to the shop and she found one cage there, and the cage was so nice, so beautiful, and some sound was coming from the cage. Chew, 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 chew. Oh, so nice. She bought that cage from the shop to home. And then she was taking care of the cage, cleaning it every day, dusting it every day. And after some time, the cage stopped giving this beautiful chew, 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 chew sound. What happened? Why? Why this cage is not giving the same sound again? Because the sound was not of the cage, but the bird in the cage. If she would have taken care of feeding and maintaining the bird, that choo-choo sound would not have stopped. Same way, we are taking care of all the material necessities, like water necessities of the body, but we are not taking care of the necessities of the soul. We have ignored these necessities and needs of the spiritual spirit, and that's why we are feeling the hollowness in our life. Everything we have, everything we need, we want, it's there, but we don't feel the idea of fulfillment because spiritual needs are not accomplished, spiritual needs are not fulfilled. So when we look after this spiritual needs, when we look after the needs of the soul, when we feed the soul, then we'll feel that completeness. Even though the gross needs or grossly we are feeling so many challenges in our life, when the spiritual needs are fulfilled, we feel life complete. We live the life of happiness, even though there are difficulties and the challenges or deficiencies all in a life. So we have to look for this particular spiritual needs and how these spiritual needs are supplied. We need our body to be nourished. We give food. We give important things, emotional care to the mind. But soul, we have to give it with the spiritual aspects of life, which is mantra meditation. We have seen last time how we chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Food for the soul is Mahamantra. The food for the soul is Krishna Katha. The food for the soul is our eternal relationship with that Supreme Spirit. And then it will for a spiritualist. Then study of Bhagavad Gita is another need, that another thing, another activity with which our soul means that we ourselves can be feel nourished. And again, finally, the association of spiritualists, the people are like you who are understood that you are not body but you are the soul, have the association of those people. Like-minded people having association, and then all our needs, spiritual needs are fulfilled. So coming here regularly for the regular satsangas and taking benefit of association of each other who are not connected through the materialistic or maybe a bodily thread, but of the thread of spirit. There are Hindi, there are Tamilian, there are Kannadigas, there are black, white, all kinds of people are there. That are young and old, and men and women, everybody. But all of them are sitting in the same platform because we are the soul. And when we understand that we are connected with each other, and even though we are from different countries, we are united. We are united, even the countries, we are united beyond the caste, we are united beyond the creed, we are united beyond the color, we are united beyond the species which we are coming from. We have to unite the whole world, but to understand that we are the spirit. Okay? Hare Krishna. So then, this knowledge of us gives us, is a treasure of us. And yes, and that was the plus point, that was the actually the treasure, that was the beneficial thing, that was the best thing that we had in our culture. And yes, by the ages, by the days, by the years, our own neglect, we lost that treasure, we lost that science, we lost that knowledge which were making us impenetrable, which were making us the world best people. है ना, सोने की चिड़िया बोलते थे ना. So why it happened? We are understanding this concept in our next session, which is our lost wealth. We'll see this next week. Okay? Before going to the practical mantra meditation, I would like, if you have some questions, you can ask. You can stretch your legs if you are थोड़ा सा घूम फिर के आना है. Be steady for mantra meditation. Okay? The questions here.
You said about mind, intelligence, and ego.
Yeah.
Ego is referred to as false ego.
Yeah.
Could you just elaborate that false word specifically written before ego? Is ego always false?
Not always false. Ego is our state. Right now what we are, ego actually gives the idea of individuality. Who am I? And that idea of individuality, when it is wrong, it is called as a false ego.
So mostly it is referred to as a false ego.
False ego, because our idea of the self is wrong. Our idea of myself is wrong. I consider myself as a man. I consider myself as a woman. I consider myself as a Hindi bhashi. I consider myself as an Indian. So these are the false conception of myself. We have not realized, we have not understood that I am actually the soul. When we understand that I am actually the soul, that time it is called as a true ego. But right now we have bound with ourselves with I'm bound to particular this caste, I'm bound to particular this kind of a community. So that's why this is a false ego. Sometimes this false ego becomes so gross. We have alter personality also.
Yeah.
Alter personality. Sometimes we don't think that I am the man, I am the Shah Rukh Khan. We just see the mirror and put this kind of a hairstyle and this kind of a dress code and think, yeah, I'm a Shah Rukh Khan. This is kind of a wrong personality, the wrong concepts about ourselves we take up. So this is always false idea, false understanding about myself. That's why it's a false ego. And it has to be cleaned, it will be cleared by this study of Shastra, studies of lectures, by studying the scriptures. So we come slowly with the practice, spiritual practice, like a chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We can come to that real understanding of ourselves.
We are four, जो शरीर चेंज करते हैं एक बॉडी से दूसरी बॉडी में, तो सटल बॉडी को साथ में आती है.
Why subtle body comes with the soul? Why the gross body is getting destroyed and subtle body is not destroyed?
ग्रॉस बॉडी डिस्ट्रॉय हो गया, उसके साथ सटल बॉडी को डिस्ट्रॉय होना चाहिए.
That is the rule. Subtle body is so subtle that it will not get destroyed by. See, imagine, see example, what can destroy the knowledge? What can destroy the emotions? What is, can you touch your emotions? We say he touched my emotions, but actually he's not touched it. He's just shaken. Emotions cannot be touched. Emotion cannot be measured. Okay, give me some 1 kg of love. Okay, or give me some half a kg of anger. मुझे fight करने जाना है. No, we can't measure it. So this is very very subtle. We cannot burn by fire. We cannot divide it and all these things. So that's why it cannot destroy it. And that is the inner clothing for the soul. It just passes. It will get destroyed because it is ultimately it's material. Mind, intelligence, ego are material, and whatever material it will get destroyed eventually, but not so soon. Till the time we are in this material world, it will be always with us. It will keep on storing that data, sanskar. सब संस्कार जमा करे जाएगा continuously. Right now, yes, you and your shirt. Along with that, you are there right now with me, in front of me, right? Yeah.
बॉडी को मान लिया हमने नहीं वो चला जाए ये सटल बॉडी और सोल भी साथ में रहेगा
साथ में रहते हैं, but they are not same. They are different. Even though they are together, they are different.
And it keep evolving as per the different births.
Yeah, yeah.
Births are happening.
Births are happening, and so that subtle body will keep on getting updated. Okay, this birth experiences that are stored into it again to keep on getting again. So this covering become more thicker and thicker. Is no end. We don't know how when it started. Also, it's a huge amount of covering and huge amount of data is stored there. It will always be there, but you are not the subtle body also. That's the fact. Subtle body is different. Even though you have an inner shirt, but you are not an inner shirt. It is different from you. Like that. You are not mind, you are not intelligence. You are using your mind for dealing with someone, dealing with all these things. Mind is not you. Sometimes people have conception. We will deal with that. There's a special session on mind for us. So we deal what is mind. We think that we are the mind, but yes, we are not the mind even. We are not the intelligence even. We are not the experience. Now they call it machine learning and all these things. We heard about it, right? We are not the machine which are learned to the experience. We are much beyond that. Okay? And we got this tool of mind. We have got this tool of intelligence. We got this tool of body, this brain, this heart, everything. We are using it. Like you saw that chariot. The rider is there. He is using that chariot. Driver is driving. Horses are running. Today is in this chariot, tomorrow is in the car, tomorrow sometimes he will be in the bike and all these things. Vehicle will keep on changing. Body, mind, intelligence, ego, everything is a vehicle. They will keep on changing, but the rider will remain the same. That's you. You are not body, you are not intelligence, you are the soul. How many of you have soul? Tricky question. How many of you have soul? You don't have soul. You are the soul. You are the soul. Okay? You don't have the soul. And sometimes some spiritualities, they have the concept. Okay, after some time, there are some Christians, they have not all Christians, but some Christians have that, evolve that concept actually. After death, when you become pure, God will give you the soul and all these things. But no, that is not a concept really. You are actually the soul. You're always there. Okay? Yes, Mataji. Our experiences are what are experience of happiness and distress are experienced by the soul only. Correct? Whatever is sadness, Sachin Tendulkar makes a sixer, we feel so happy, and sometimes Sachin Tendulkar goes bowled out on zero, we feel so sad, because we are in India. We are Indian, that's why when Sachin Tendulkar makes century, we are so happy. Imagine you were in Pakistan, born in Pakistan, Sachin Tendulkar makes century, that same century would have given you pain. Because we understand this pain and pleasure through the agency of this mind, intelligence and the senses. But ultimately the experiences are taken by soul only. Okay? But the medium is contaminated now. We are understanding that I am not the soul, but I am the Indian, I am the Pakistani, I am the a particular community. That's why we feel this pain and pleasure. We attach ourselves to the body, and whatever connected to the body, we think that they are ours. That's why we feel pain. You have worked hard to purchase a beautiful car, and suddenly some boy comes and makes a scratch on that. You feel so much pain, like it scratch on your body itself. Are you hurt with that? Car is hurt. Should not feel any pain, but you are feeling the pain. Why? Because you are attached yourself with that car, and that's why you are feeling the pain. When a car is getting destroyed, you are feeling the pain. So we are getting attached. So attachment to the temporary is the cause of pain. When we understand that our attachment has to be the spiritual, then we'll go beyond this, the idea of the pain and pleasures. Okay? We have seen in the Vrindavan, there are so many sannyasis and babajis having a matted hairs. One day our shampoo gets off. घर का शैम्पू खत्म हो जाता है. We make so much problem. अरे प्रभु जी शैम्पू खत्म हो गया है, please get my shampoo. We feel so terrible. Hairs, these people have matted hairs. They don't bother at all. Clothes gets torn and all this. We feel, अरे my clothes are so bad. Let me have a new dress now. Even my wardrobe is full of dresses. Let me have another dress. These babajis are using same dress years after years after years. They don't feel any pain, but we feel pain, right? We are attached ourselves to the temporary things.
Can we conclude like that life is better?
Whatever life we have got, we have to attach, we have to connect to spiritual. And wherever you are, even though you are into a palace, or whether you are in a hut, that will not make matter. There were saints who were staying in the palaces. There were saints who are staying into the huts. But their happiness, the source of their pleasure is not those temporary things. There were saints, you would have seen that Sudama and Krishna, they were putting hands in each other's shoulders, and they're happy. They have good friendship. Their friendship doesn't have a bound of, okay, you are rich and I am a poor, how can we have a friendship? Their friendship is spiritual. Our comparison with each other will not be material. Okay, you are from my community, we are friends. Bengali friends, Tamil friends. No, it will not. Our friendship will not have that kind of parameters. Enmity will not have that kind of parameters. Then we'll come to the level of spiritual. And yes, when more we are acting at the level of spirit, more we are free from all those dualities of the nature. Dualities, friend and enemy, happiness and sorrow, we'll just go beyond that.
You said that we feel the soul the way we feel our body.
Yeah.
Basically, level of satiation that the soul needs that yes. all it needs
बस हो गया. Soul is hungry for ages. You don't know how many ages, how many lives young ignored its needs. It's hungry. That's why you feel dissatisfaction in life, right? At least till saturation, you keep doing it. But yes, the bliss that we get in the spiritual life and spiritual modes, it doesn't come with level of saturation. It's unending. It's the capacity of expanding. Even oceans of activities, which activity you do, it has capacity to grow more and more. Okay. Yes, please. Chief? Deep Kapadian and Panaral, yeah. Yes.
Why don't we keep that example that multiple times? Why don't we just think about why don't those examples show multiple times?
It shows multiple times these examples are there. There are so many concepts. He told that he has verified almost 3,000 concepts, 3,000 cases of true reincarnation. I just showed one. There are so many incarnations. I showed one And I told you the two examples. One of this Diprotopia, another is the pilot boy who reincarnated. Is another example of some Shukla girl called Shukla was there. So she got reincarnated again. There are so many, not just in India. There are the reincarnation cases happens in Cambodia and Vietnam. All these countries, even multiple countries, they have these concepts of reincarnations. Even the atheist countries like Russia, they have the concept of reincarnations, and they are verified also. Not just one, there are many, and it's repeating again and again and again. Until unless the fact is repeating itself again and again, they don't come to the conclusion that this is the fact. Reincarnation is not a fact. If even that Ian Stevenson, if it has saw just one case of like this, he would not have concluded that it's a reincarnation, because he has seen this phenomena again and again and again. He has concluded that it is real, and not just simply believing on the words. He has verified with his all scientific American ways to verify all these things. He has verified it. Question is why you don't remember? Yeah, it's the glitch in the system. we are designed to forget our previous incarnations and birth. That's why we are able to see the story of that girl. One girl was verified as a reincarnation, and the case was she had she was there into the one life, and she got married also, and she was staying with her mother and all, and she understood that she had, after this all the memory started coming, she has another husband, previous husband, and that husband is also there. He's an old man now, so whom shall she put her loyalty then? And a now husband or old husband now, and whom she shall serve? It's complex. Complexity will increase. Now, of course, that one girl was there. She had a mother of this birth, and she knew that there was a mother of her old birth, and she brought her together. Both mothers are serving. She was serving both of mothers together. It happened. So, of course, this is just a case of a mother. So she brought her both mothers together and served them. But what about a husband? It will be complex. So it's not so easy. That's why nature has made us to forget these things. Huh? No. No, will not be. Luckily, we come to as a humans. Yeah, luckily. That's why we understand now. Human birth is a privilege.
But one thing, this Western philosophy, do not believe on reincarnation.
The
Western philosophy.
The philosophers,
Religion also don't believe this reincarnation.
no, they have removed the evidences of reincarnation from Bible. Bible originally accepts the concept of reincarnation, but the New Testament and all these things, they are not giving much importance to that reincarnation concept. They are removed this concept. That philosophy is little modified and highly now kind of manipulated. Original message was something else, but it has been modified a lot and multiple times. For a Bible, there is one evidence I will tell. When anybody has read the Bible, there is a story of a Jesus Christ going to one village along with his disciples, and they find one blind man, and Jesus Christ will do a chamatkar, a miracle. He will give him eyes, and he start seeing the eyes and start following Jesus Christ. Okay, heard that thing. After this incident, they will ask this man, how you became blind? Because the Christian concept is that we are suffering because of our sins. They asked, what kind of sin you did that you became blind? He said, I don't know. I was born blind. Then they came to Jesus Christ and asked, why this man was born blind? What kind of sin he has done that he has done this? Then Jesus Christ says, yes, that place Jesus Christ explains to his disciples the concept of previous birth, sins in the previous birth and coming back again and all these things. So there are some evidences, subtle evidences of reincarnation. They have removed it clearly. They deleted all those files and all these things. It happened. So, but yeah, there are some, if you read Bible properly, and you can find the traces of those things. So there are some teachings of Jesus Christ which talks about reincarnation, because they feel that okay, if we teach people about reincarnation, they will not stop doing sins. Okay, no, okay. Anyway, I am going to get punished in this birth. Let me do more sin. The people start thinking. So stop people from doing sins. They thought, okay, let us remove the concept of reincarnation at all. But actually, that has backfired them, and people understand, yeah, there is no another birth. Let me enjoy it fullest, and they're doing more sin. You know? So anyway, there is no birth, another birth. So let me enjoy whatever, hook or crook. Take a loan and enjoy. After death, who is asking the loan? But we understand whatever karma you have done, we have to pay for that in the next life also. Okay, we'll talk about karma in some other sessions. We have a full session on the karma. We'll talk about it in depth. Okay? Yes, but yeah, all the philosophy speaks about it. Okay, now the time of meditation, the spiritual activity. The devotees will distribute malas. This is mantra meditation that we are doing it. There are different kinds of meditation, but yes, now we are focusing ourselves on the transcendental sound vibration of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this is mantra meditation. We have to say this mantra, pronounce these words, and focus our mind on those vibrations. Okay? So next 50 minutes, make yourself comfortable. Don't touch this bead to the ground. Don't touch these malas to your legs and all this. Keep it on your lap properly. And okay, Puru, give me one mala. Thank you. How to hold this? Everybody has got one bead, one we call it as a mala. What do you call it in other languages? Mala only, right? Okay. It has beads, manis. Every money we have to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And just hear it and just move it to next. Then next money, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, and then move. One beat, full mantra we have to speak. Okay? And then while chanting, while holding this beat, we have to chant from the first money. This is the top money is there, which is joining these two threads. So leave that money. Next money you have to hold. Okay? And we have to hold it with the 4 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. The first finger, index finger, we have to keep away. Okay? This index finger is considered to be contaminated, or maybe the representation of our false ego. So we don't touch this. Okay? Okay. So before we start, we'll chant this mantra. This is a prayer mantra, and then we can start Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay? Things are clear. Can keep your eyes open. Can keep your eyes closed. That doesn't matter. Focus is on sound vibrations that you are making. Chant softly so that your neighbor will not be disturbed. He will be able to focus. Keep first finger away. That's the thing. Okay? Hold like this. You can hold in 2 hands so that it will not touch. Okay. Please repeat. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhara. Srivasadi Gaur Bhakti Vrinda. Now in chorus, no one faster, no one slower. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna